Welcome back to my channel. Blessings, blessings, blessings for everybody out there. Today, I want to touch base on Instacart. Um, a lot of people use it as primary income. A lot of people use it as supplement income. The reason why I'm touching base on it today because I used to be that person that used to use it. Um, there's a reason why I tell a lot of people um, when you confine yourself to a 9 to 5 structure and you're limited to only 40 hours, that's going to pay you for 40 hours, which can be estimated. If you're making $20 an hour, that's 800 after taxes. You might see 650. If you make 25, that's $1,000 after taxes. You might see 850. There's a reason why a lot of people don't like working 9 to 5. There's pros and cons to it because they keep you in this little box and you're restricted. A lot of jobs don't offer overtime. So you're limited to the amount of money you can make. All right. Crossing over the bridge to the other side, gig work, which is Instacart, um, you can make unlimited amount of money. If you want to work 24 hours in one day, you can do that. Right. So that's the reason why I want to touch base on it because I was one of those people that did Instacart, and still to this day, I still do Instacart for extra money. You can never go wrong with extra money. Right. So you probably seen it on a previous video where I talked about making $1,600 in one week. That was one of my best weeks ever. I mean, $1,607 in one week, and I think I estimated to work around 52 hours, give or take. Um, there's been times where I made $1,200. There's times where I made, I think it was 1190, 1,000, 1,100, 900. My worst week in Instacart when I went 5 days a week, I think I made like $640. That was a slow day. It was after the holidays. People were just getting back to their work week. I think it was after New Year's. I made about $640, and I went 5 days. If I would have went 7 days, I could have made easily $850, $900. All right. But for you guys out there that's wondering, how do you make the most on Instacart? How can I maximize the amount of money that I make on this gig app compared to any other app out there, which I've tried majority of them. I've tried Grubhub, I've tried DoorDash, I've tried Uber Eats, I've tried Uber. The only one that can come close to it is Uber. But for me, I don't like putting no one in my car. I don't like no one behind me, especially if I don't know you. So that's a no-no for me, right? With Instacart, for most of you that may or may not know what it is, you go in, you grocery shop for a person, you deliver the food to a person. All right. In some states, they have it where you can go pick up the actual groceries that's already been bagged, shop for and bagged, pick up the bags and deliver it. All right. Before I say that, there's another app called Spark. I think it's at Walmart. I didn't do that yet, so I'm not too fond about that, but I've heard some good things about Spark. You don't have to shop, you just go pick up groceries, a certain amount of batches, and you deliver them to the specific customer. All right. But not to get off track, um, with the gig work with Instacart, it's pretty easy. As long as you have a smartphone, an iPhone, you can get out here and make some money in a car. All right. What are the requirements for Instacart? With Instacart, you have to be 18 years old. You have to have a valid driver's license, and you have to have a car. All right. And I'm not sure in 2025 if they're doing vehicle checks, insurance. I'm not sure. I know I signed up in 2020. Things were a little bit different then. A lot of the qualifications and requirements have changed, but I can't remember if I signed up with Instacart with my insurance information or not. I know they did the background check. I know you can't have any felonies on your record, um, so on and so forth. That's with any other job, right? They have to protect their assets, and I understand that. Company policy, rules that they have to live by. It is what it is, right? So those are the requirements. The three requirements: 18 and over, driver's license, and a vehicle. Once you have those three things, you can go out and start shopping and making a lot of money, right? What I used to do, I used to get up 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm an early bird. They always say the early bird get the early worm, right? Make my coffee, hit it, get out. The store is open at 6 o'clock. I'm one of the first ones in the store. The reason for me doing that is because if there's any good batches out there early in the morning, I'm the one that's gonna get them. Because a lot of people don't like waking up that early. Why do I want to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go get a batch? You have a lot of elderly people that are up early in the morning. You have a lot of people that are just early birds early in the morning. They want their groceries early in the morning. They might want to cook breakfast early in the morning. That's just what it is. So I'm the one who's delivering to them early in the morning while everybody else is sleeping. By the time everybody else wakes up, it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I'm already on my third batch. Let's say, for an example, I got three batches. All right. Each batch is $40. It's $120 by 9 o'clock, which I have done that. And it's proof. I'm not just talking, there's proof. Right. By 9 o'clock, I've already made $120. My ultimate goal for Instacart is to make $200 per day. If I were to go 7 days a week, that's $1,400 a week. Anything over $200 is a bonus. I would say gas money, going out to eat with the family, um, just extra activities, going out, doing whatever I want to do. It's extra money in your pocket, you know. Whatever you choose to do, whatever your hobbies are, you'll have extra money. If you have $1,400 in bills, you can do that. But what I'm saying to you guys is that not too many places out there that's going to give you that opportunity, right? There's not too many jobs out there that's willing to pay you $1,400 a week. All right. That's the max. Now let's just talk about the minimum side of it. If you only want to make $100 a day, you only want to work 5 days a week or 7 days a week. That's $700 a week or $500 a week. Some of you guys are comfortable with making $500 to $700 a week. It's not for me. But if that's what you plan on doing, this is for you. You can make that $100 just like I told you guys, getting up 5 o'clock in the morning, being the first one out there. By 9 o'clock, you've already made $120. You can get out there and make that before 9 o'clock. You're home back in bed. You're home making breakfast. You're home doing whatever you need to do. You have the rest of the day to do what you want to do. That's the reason why I love Instacart because you have the flexibility. If you have a doctor's appointment, if you want to get out here and go on vacation, you want to take 2 weeks off. You don't have to give your job a notice. Go on vacation, right? If you want to take some time off, I'll take 2 months off from Instacart. I made enough money. I'm going to relax for now. Take some time off. If you get sick, you don't have to call in. take the day off. That is the flexibility of Instacart. All right. I'm giving you all the pros of Instacart, right? A lot of people ask me in my area, um, how much do I make? How do I find good batches? Sometimes I always let people know, like, look, every day is not going to be a good day. There's going to be some days where you might go 10 hours just to make $200. If that is your goal, you're going to stay out there for those 10 hours until you hit your goal. I'm not saying you're working for 10 hours, but you have that app on for 10 hours and you're trying to find the right batch. One thing about me, and take notes to this, everybody, I'm not taking a $10 batch, right? 15, 20 items. Oh, it looks easy. Yeah, okay. It takes you an hour to get in that store, shop for the groceries, go through the busy lines to get in your car to go deliver that. So you're making $10 an hour. I don't work for $10 an hour. I base myself, it has to be a minimum of $25. And the only way I would take a $25 order is if it was 30 items or less. All right? 30 items or less. If it's 60, 70 items, I'm in a store for an hour shopping, maybe 45 minutes to an hour. By the time I go through the line, deliver to the customer, get back to my location to look for another order, that's 2 hours. So you split that $25 in half, now you're making $12.50 an hour. Do the math. For me, I'm looking for 40, 50, $60 batches. If I don't see it, I'll take a $30 batch, right? But it has to be worth it. That's why sometimes it could be hard to make $200 a day, on my experience. See, I've been doing Instacart now for 5 years, since 2020, and I know how to pick and choose my batches now. I'm not the type of person where I jump into something where I'm desperate, just chasing a dollar, because every dollar is not a good dollar. Just remember that. You have to be, you have to be very transparent. You have to use your mind when you're picking and choosing which ones are good for you and which ones are not good for you. All right. So, with that being said, you have to figure out what is your goal. Once you come up with your ultimate goal, you have to figure out what what options you have in your area, because every area is different. Are you getting these type of badges? Okay. Well, Marcus said he's getting 40, $50 badges. So let's sit around and wait for these 40 to $50 badges. It's different in every state. I'm in New York State. All right. Just to remind you, New York is a little bit more busier than most states. There's some other states that's pretty. I'm pretty sure California is a lot more busier than New York. So there's other states. It's different for other places and other cities, right? But what I mean is, you have to pick and choose the right time, the right batches, in order to be successful in the Instacart business. All right. A little backstory about when I first started my first batch. I took it, and this was a learning experience for me. This is for anybody that gets out there to try to learn the Instacart side. I took this order, and I woke up early that morning to go out, and when I went out, I didn't have my phone fully charged. All right. So when I went out, I went to this store that I wasn't uh, a regular at. I don't grocery shop there. I don't know anything about this store, but I'm gonna go there and do this order because the order looked good. The money looked good. All right. So my first experience. So I get in the store. I have my phone. My phone is on 40, 30%. I think it was like 30%. Just remember, when you're running with your phone and your phone is lit, the light is on, your battery is losing power really quick. I'm in the store, I get down to like maybe 10, 15 items, and I'm at like 5%. So I'm looking for everything. I want to make sure I got it. Long story short, my battery died. So I'm looking for a manager to charge my phone up, to let it charge. I got ice cream in my cart. I have so much in my cart that can just melt away. All right. I talked to the manager. He said, "Hey, yeah, just push your cooler in the freezer, let your phone charge up for 10 to 15 minutes." I go sit in my car, wait, as I'm thinking and observing, like, the hell did I just do? Trying to figure things out. The customer, I'm pretty sure, was kind of upset, but I didn't get a text message, which was good. So it was early in the morning. So I go back inside, I get my cart. My phone is up to 15%. I have like 10 items. I grab it. By the time I get done, I'm at 0% again. By the time I cash out, I just had just enough battery life to cash out and get out the store to get to my car to start charging my phone in the car so that I can deliver this. It took me 2 hours in the store just to shop. So for all you new people out there, just remember that phone charged the night before. Make sure it's at 100% if you're going to start doing this. All right. Or have a portable battery charger with you, which I bought one that same day. All right. And only go to stores that you are a frequent flyer at. If you're going to go there to a store you never even grocery shopped at, don't go there. All right. That's a mistake that I made. Now, I only go to one store. And the most popular store for me is a Wegmans or Tops. I don't go to Walmart. I don't go to uh, what's this other store? I don't go to Price Chopper. I don't go to Aldi's. I don't shop at none of these stores. You know why? Because on the app identifies where all the product is listed at. If it's in aisle one, the product is listed in aisle one. All right. If you might order cornflakes. It's gonna say cornflakes aisle one, third shelf. Right. As soon as you go down aisle one, you look for the cornflakes. It's right there. It's easy. Now you go to any other these other stores, Aldi's, Price Chopper. You go to um, Walmart. Unless you're a frequent shopper at these stores, you're not gonna know where none of this is. So you're going up aisle, 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 aisle. You're looking for this. Now the same aisles that you just went down. Now you're looking for your next item. You're going back down the aisles that you just went down looking for the next item. It's crazy. It's chaos. All right. So take notes to this. Pay attention to this, and I guarantee you'll be successful with the Instacart app. And I recommend Instacart over any app out there. Um, look at my videos that I posted. Living proof, basically. I showed everybody my best week 1600. Eventually, I'm gonna start pulling more footage that I have for previous weeks when I made 1200 and explain to you guys the long hauls, the, the 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 distance that you should take. Another thing is too, I want to tell you guys too. I see orders sometimes. It says it's like 56 miles for $50, and I can't understand. I really can't understand why would Instacart actually put something on there that's 56 miles for $56. And in my mind, I'm like, is there really people out there driving 56 miles for $56? Is that what we're doing? Did you guys forget that we have to shop for you and deliver it? It's not the customer's fault. What I look at is, okay, they're putting it on there because there is some people that's doing it. Why are you doing that? That's the reason why they're putting orders on it like that. All right? Stop taking those orders. It's not good. All right? The only 10 miles is my max. If I'm not making $50 or better, I'm not driving 10 miles. All right. So you also have to set your limit and restrictions on the amount of miles that you're willing to drive for the amount of dollars that they're willing to pay. All right. So, with that being said, I'm going to talk more about this coming up pretty soon. Please hit that like button and subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions down in the comment. And I'm all ears. Peace.